into this medical issue. Over the weekend, the New York Times and the New York Post revealed that this doctor, Dr. Kennard, who's a neurologist that specializes in Parkinson's, visited the White House 8 times. The New York Post revealed meetings in which the president's personal doctor, Kevin O'Connor, was in meetings with him and an unknown person. Well, who's that unknown person? Gosh, who would possibly not need to get waved into a meeting? Who else would be living at the White House? Anyway, I digress. I want to play you a clip from the briefing room because everyone this morning is like, wow, KJP, whatever. I'm like, this is what it was like every day for me. I'm sorry that she's losing the press. These are her buddies. She's like, hey guys, remember I used to work with some of you at CNN or MSNBC, wherever she was. Yeah, she was at MS, I think, right? She's like, you're my buddies. My old partner was at CNN. We're all in the family, right? Why are you getting so hard? She literally said Ed O'Keefe of CBS News, who's basically a scribe for the Democratic Party. I mean, he's the guy that asked him about his feelings and ice cream and all that. He literally, that's the guy. She was like, Ed, you're disrespecting me. Are you kidding me? They have legitimate questions about why a Parkinson's doctor is visiting the White House 8 times. And she's giving this word salad about, remember the last time, and I talked about it from here, and we talked, whatever. I want to play you this clip, though.
Ed, I also said to you, for security reasons, we cannot share names. We cannot share names.
You cannot
we
share
have
names
to. We have
of
to.
Others he would have met with.
We cannot.
You can share names in regards to if someone came here in regards to the president.
We cannot share names of specialists broadly, from a dermatologist to a neurologist. We cannot share names.
Okay, just pause for a second. Do you want to know why we know Dr. Kennard's name? Because it's in a public log. It's in a public log. They released that. There's no security issue here. The only reason we know it is because he got waved into the White House on a log that was released of the visitors. That's pretty public. There's no security issue. Now, is there a HIPAA issue? A health issue of revealing who he saw? Yes, and that's why she's being asked, did he meet with the president? Now, I want to play you her go on about this is the sleight of hand. This is where if you've never worked in the White House, and this is why what I bring to the table is so valuable. She's trying to make it seem like, oh, he could have been seeing anyone. Here's her talking about the military piece of this.
I understand that. I hear you.
Right there for anyone to see.
Ed, I hear you. I cannot from here confirm any of that because we have to keep their privacy. What do you miss about? What do you miss about?
Everything he just asked about.
And then every time I come back and I answer the question that you guys asked.
Correctly, you didn't have to come back and clean it up.
I never answered the question incorrectly. That is not true. I was asked about a medical exam. I was asked about a physical. That was in the line of question that I answered. And I said, no, he did not have a medical exam, and I still stand by that. Matter of fact, the president still stands by that. He had a verbal check-in. That is something that the president has a couple times a week. A couple times a week.
Now in regards to Dr. Kevin Kennard.
And I am telling you right now that I am not confirming names from here. It is a security reasons. I am not going to do that, Ed.
All right, this is silly. This is absolutely ridiculous. But she goes on, and I want to play this clip for you real quick, where she talks about the fact that Dr. Kennard, that specialist, could be there to see thousands of people from the White House. Here it is.
You cannot confirm the name. Can you confirm whether or not the president has seen this Parkinson specialist? And you mentioned 3 times that the visitor logs show a duration of 8 visits over 8 months. I think that is the crux of the question.
But I also said there are thousands of military personnel that come to the White House, and they are under the care of the medical unit. They are.
Okay. Now, that's just not true. That is not true. The White House military folks that are there don't get there, beyond like an emergency. If they have a routine appointment, they go to Walter Reed, they go to another military facility. They don't get their primary care or their specialty care at the White House. 100% false. Not true. Now, I know most of the press corps doesn't know that. I'm not ragging on them. Actually, that's a legitimate thing that they wouldn't know. I do. I work there. That's not how it works. And she's pretending like this specialist, this highly credentialed Parkinson's specialist, somehow is treating random enlisted folks in the White House military office that we don't want to disclose there. That's not true. Not true. That's not how it works. And the White House press office was misleading people when it tried to pretend that somehow all of these individuals in the military that work in and out of the White House get their care there, especially their specialty care. Not true.